never communicated with Anthony Wayne for testing for the building planner farmhouse
A pleasant good morning, good evening, good
good
afternoon based on your location. My name is Yasa Suba and I'm bringing forth this live broadcast from the grounds of the capital, specifically in the joint chamber here where the majority normally resides. So today, the presiding officer, the deputy speaker, Honorable Thomas Fala, will preside, and his co-presiding is already here, Honorable Clarence Gard from Mike.
They want to call the sheep what, man?
Yeah, attention. Yes, I don't know if we can do this. Everything for you. That's good. I gotta be sure. Someone send it? Some in order on the bureau. All right, so that was a brief tete-a-tete from the lawmakers. So they're now returning to their various seats.
Please have your seat. Please have a seat, thank you. Distinguished police session is about to commence. Please have your seats. Members of the fourth estate, our staffers, members of the public. Starting around, we will now call this section to order.
Good morning, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Co-Presiding, distinguished honorable members of the 55th Legislature. I have the honor and privilege at this time to announce to you the 11-day sitting of the third quarter of the first section of Honorable House of Representatives, that of the 55th Legislature, Republic of Liberia, Thursday, November 21st, 2024. And now, therefore, this section is hereby called to order. It is hereby so ordered.
Amen. Amen. The 11th day sitting of the third quarter of the first session of the Honorable House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia, Thursday, November 21, 2024. And the message for today, a job well done. Taken from the text, Matthew 25, 31 to 34. A job well done. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations. And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd decides or divides his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on the right hand, but the goats on the left. The last verse. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, you blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. A job well done. It is very much good to be given a place of excellence. It is expedient to be praised for something that you have done very meticulously and succeed in your endeavors. I want you to keep in the back of your mind that failure is not your portion. Because one who fails cannot be considered as a job well done. Jesus was giving the accolades to these followers, telling them that when I was hungry, you fed me. And I know when you take over, what belongs to the workers will be given to them. Amen. So, I am encouraging you Because all eyes are on you. All ears are open to you. Because of the job well done. So keep on the good work. And so that more accolades, more encomium will be given to you. And so I want to encourage you, do not give up in what you have begun. Complete what you have started. And so that you can be given what belongs to you. Let us pray. Lord Jesus, we thank you again for another blessing you have bestowed upon us. I pray for the session as the session is about to unfold. Lord, that you preside through the presiding officer and you will lead through the representatives that they will do the Liberian people business. Thank you now in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Roll call. Roll on the honorable members of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia. Honorable Councillor Funati. Honorable Councillor J. Funati Koffa, Speaker, Honorable House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia. Honorable Thomas P. Fala, Deputy Speaker, Honorable House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia. Mr. Rido County, Muyatu Ruki Barry, Museku Eskane, Musuoke Momba, Honorable Anthony Marcus M. Thomas, Honorable Pisidia Ekupo, Honorable Reverend Dr. Samuel Aaron Enders, Honorable Emmanuel Dan, Honorable Prince A. Tosh, Honorable Francis Afogo Jr., Honorable Yaka Wakoluwa, Honorable Rachel N. Koon, Honorable Jerry Koluwa Yobo, Honorable Edward Pape Flumbo, Honorable Muka Kekula Kamara, Honorable Abu Bala Kamara, Honorable Destiny Ulawi Sibo, Honorable Bernard Blue Benson Jr. Present! The bigger blue. The bigger blue. Grand Basin County, Honorable Azeji Bani, Honorable Bigger Clarence T. Banks, Honorable Matthew Joe, Honorable Alfred H. Flumbo, Honorable Thomas A. Woswa II, Saido County, Honorable Thomas Romeo Kuyo, Honorable Samson Kwiki Wea, Honorable Ellis Sonny Baldwin, Maryland County, Honorable P. Marjorie, Honorable Anthony F. Williams, Honorable Austin Blady Taylor, Grand Cape Mau County, Honorable Bentu Masale, Honorable Mohamed Dosi, Honorable Buse Sodi Feka, Bon County, Honorable Prince K. Kwena, Honorable James M. Kuler, Honorable Josiah Mabiko, Honorable Robert Flumbo Mwamba, Honorable Eugene J. M. Colley, Honorable Moima Brice Meza, Honorable Folo E. Famble, Lofa County, Honorable Julie F. Weir, Honorable Maman Shafa Koto, Honorable BC K. Collins, Honorable Augustine B. Kewlu, Nimba County, Honorable Samuel N. Brown Sunion, Honorable Yan G. Flumbo, Honorable Daiga E. Gay, Honorable Andres M. Manse Sunion, Samuel G. Koga, Honorable Dawunti Gregia, Honorable Musa Assam Belete, Honorable C. S. Mianan, Honorable Tazel Womwe, Grand Gida County, Honorable Jeremiah G. Sokan Sunion, Honorable Marie G. Johnson, Honorable Jacob C. D.B. II, Bombing County, Honorable Jakwapa Obidaya Bani, Honorable Muna Bishop Johnson Jr., Honorable Sam P. Jala, Magibi County, Honorable Roland O.P. Cooper, Honorable Awan K. Jones, Honorable Ellen A. Atore, Honorable Emmanuel Ya, Honorable Clarence G. Gard, Riverside County, Honorable Ellis J. Grant, Honorable Steve Tikwa, Grand Crew County, Honorable Nathaniel M. Bowie Sr.,
Always present.
River G. County, Honorable Alexander Paul, Honorable Aze B. Chinope Wo, Honorable Johnson S. N. Williams Sr., Wapolu County, Honorable Zina A. Norman, Honorable Luther S. Collins, and Honorable Mustafa Warete. Honorable Presiding Officer, Honorable Members of the Honorable House of Representatives, there are 41 Honorable Members present, 28 absent, 2 Honorable Members distant, 2 Honorable Members sick. Thank you very much.
So folks who just listen to
Distinguished
the
colleagues,
roll
with
call
41 members present, constitute a quorum for the order of business, and it is hereby so ordered. Reading, correction, adoption of the agenda.
The 11-day sitting of the third quarter of the first section of the Honorable House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia. Thursday, November 21, 2024, agenda. 1. Section call to order. 2. Prayer. 3. Roll call. 4. Reading, corrections, and amendment and adoption of the agenda. 5. Call for petition. 6. Call for special committee report. 8. Call for standing committee report. 8. Call for bills, motions, and resolutions. Now business on Speaker's desk. Honor that we have A. Communication from the Liberian Senate forwarding for the House's concurrence of Senate's in Grub Bill number 1 and 2 entitled 1. An act amending the maritime law and restating, quote-unquote, an act to create an independent seaports and inland ports regulatory authority to provide for the regulation and sustainable development of seaports and inland ports operation and services in Liberia. And 2, Liberia Sea and Inland Ports decentralization and modernization. B. Communication from Honorable Anthony Williams, Representative Electoral District number 2, Maryland County, requesting the indulgence of the plenary of the Honorable House of Representatives to invite the Inspector General and the Chief of Traffic of the Liberia National Police, the Fire Service boss and his deputies, and the Director of Vehicle Registration and Inspection of the Ministry of Transport to address some key inquiries. C. Communication from Honorable Augustine B. Chewolo, Representative Electoral District number 5, Lofa County, requesting the indulgence of the House to invite the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police to appear before the House plenary to give reason or reasons why road traffic accident is on the increase, and to also provide details information on the ongoing vehicles inspection. D. Communication from Honorable Anthony F. Williams, Representative Electoral District number 2, Maryland County, reminding the Honorable House of Representatives for an increment in the salary benefits and or incentives of both political, administrative, and the secretarial staffers of the House of Representatives. 10. Miscellaneous. 11. Adjournment. Honorable Presiding Officer, Co-Presiding Officer, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is the reading of the draft agenda for today's business being the 11th-day sitting. Thank you, sir.
So folks, we just listened to
Distinguished colleagues,
the
listen to the reading
agenda.
of the agenda. What is your real pleasure? Honorable Abbas Jones.
So we now go through the lawmakers to debate the issues that is placed on the agenda.
Co-presiding. I've been listening to the reading. 11 days sitting. I've been listening to the agenda as read by the acting chief clerk. I move, if I may obtain a second, that the agenda be received and adopted with the following corrections. That under special committee report, that the special committee set up to investigate the complaint from our colleagues concerning the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Koffa, be placed on a special committee report. And item D, the communication from our colleagues, Honorable Anthony F. Williams, be turned over to leadership and E, be an excuse from our colleague from Sano County District number 3 on the Sonny Ball Noah. If the agenda can be accepted.
Sorry, sorry.
Mr. Presiding, Mr. Co-Presiding Colleagues, having listened to the agenda as read by the acting chief clerk, I move, if I may obtain a second, that the agenda be received, adopted after the following amendments. That item number 6, call for special committee report. The special committees that were set up to investigate a complaint from our colleagues against the speaker be placed on the agenda under special committee report. Item D, communication from Honorable Anthony F. Williams be sent to leadership, and E be introduced, which will contain an excuse from one of our colleagues, a colleague from Sano County District number 3, on Sonny Ball Noah. If I may obtain a second.
Distinguished colleagues, before restating that motion made by the distinguished colleague from Vacancy County, are you ready to vote? All those in favor of the motion made, please make it known by saying yea. Against? Motion is carried. Call for petition.
There is no petition, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Distinguished colleagues, in continuation of our proceeding on last Tuesday, the chair will seize this movement in authority in the gavel. We announce members of committees this morning. As stated in the rules of the Honorable House of Representatives, the motion that was made the other day, I gave the presiding the authority to reconfigure committees, statutory committees, standing committees, being enforced on that basis. We're going to do additional appointments today. As active presiding officer, thank you. Those appointed for today, to be appointed today, are as follows. Chairperson of Judiciary, Honorable Samuel Koga. Honorable Anthony Williams. Peggy and Corison, Chairperson. Honorable Foley Family, Committee on Concession. Honorable Yan Flomo, Committee on Education. Honorable Kissy Collins, Chairman on National Security. Honorable Jeremiah Soka, Chairman Lens and Mars. Honorable Alva Jones, with TU, LTA as Chairperson. Honorable Marie Johnson, Chairperson on Modernization. Honorable Ernest Maze, Chairperson of Public Works. Honorable Austin Taylor, Chairman on Maritime. Honorable Johnson William, Chairperson on Gender. Honorable Liga, Chairman on Good Governance. The way forward, Honorable Natalia Bowie, Chairman on Internal Affairs. We need more here, but the way forward. Honorable Julie Routine Chairperson on Health. In addition to the Committee on Waste, Means and Finance, the members. The last time we remember we announced PMAS jury, Honorable Liga, Honorable Thomas, Michael Thomas. Today, because we have the budget, we have to constitute the entire committee. Honorable Julie Weir, Lufa, Amas Joe, Mankibi, Natalia Powell, Breku, Mana Bishop, Tommy, Mustafa Warrington, Papolo, Honorable Dorsey, Grand Kidman, Honorable Clarence Banks, Grand Pastor, Honorable Steve Tikwan, River Sess, Honorable Johnson Williams, River Key, Honorable Foley Pamela, Pound County, Committee Chairperson on National Defense, Honorable Mara Johnson, Bishop Mara Johnson, Chairperson. So, distinguished colleagues, as we continue with our proceeding, Honorable Abu Bernard Johnson, Routine, as Chairman on Information. So, we continue the consultation and then the proceeding of the Honorable House of Representatives continues. Information. Sorry. So, Honorable Mary Johnson grant you until it was over. So, as we continue with our proceeding, consultation continues. Thank you. Yes. Business call for special committees report.
Yes, sir.
Proceed.
Special committee report on the investigation into the complaint by members of the 55th legislature against the Speaker, Honorable Jonathan Fonati Koffa. Executive summary. On the 25th of October, go ahead. Executive summary. On the 25th of October 2024, 6 members of the 55th legislature submitted an official complaint to plenary for appropriate action against Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa, Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 55th National Legislature of the Republic of Liberia for the necessary and appropriate action. In their complaint, they claimed that over the period of Speaker Koffa incumbency, they have observed with keen attention and reached the conclusion that Speaker Councillor Jonathan Fonati Koffa has been involved with a number of issues which, in their view, grossly contravene the standing rules of the House of Representatives and bringing into conflict with the Liberian Constitution, which is the organic law of the Republic. Among other things, the complaints availed the following to wit. 1. That Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa is significantly conflicted with interest, which is impeding the smooth functions of various committees of the House of Representatives by being the lead consultant and lawyer for several agencies of government, concessions, and other private companies in the country, over which the House of Representatives exercises oversight responsibilities. These agencies and concessions include the Liberia Petroleum and Refining Corporation, LPRC, Liberia Maritime Authority, LMA, National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, NAFA, Liberia Telecommunication Authority, LTA, National Social Security and Welfare Corporation, NASCOP, City Trust Savings and Loan Bank, Central Bank of Liberia, CBL, Rabos International Airport, RIA, National Port Authority, MPA, National Oil Company of Liberia, NOCA, B Mountain Mining Company, BMMC, Western Clusters, and Telecommunication International Alliance, ERA, amongst others. This conflicted behavior of the Honorable Speaker violates Rule 45.1 and Rule 45.2 of the Rules and Procedures of the House of Representatives under the subheading Conflict of Interest, which states, quote, where a member elected or delegated by the House to perform a certain task finds that the case at hand is related to his or her interest or that of a close relative, he or she shall withdraw from handling the case after notifying the House, the Speaker, or the committee of which he or she is a member, unquote. Rule 45.2 reads, quote, no member may be employed or engage himself or herself in an occupation which is incompatible with the responsibilities vested on him or her, or is in breach of the trust given to him or her, or is damaging to the prestige and dignity of the House, unquote. Evidently, the Speaker, Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa, conflicts his business interest with his leadership of the Honorable House, which grossly violates Rule 45.1, thus making it incompatible with his position, tarnishes the prestige and reputation of the House, and is detrimental to the common good of the Liberian people. 2. That the complainants avail that it is not possible for the Honorable House who is incapacitated, Honorable Speaker, who is incapacitated from performing his function, duties, and responsibility as the administrative, supervisory, and political leader of the Honorable House of Representatives when he directly, personally, and or indirectly, through his law firm, advised the companies mentioned in paragraph 1 above, all of which companies are subject to the oversight responsibility of the Honorable House of Representatives. 3. That the Honorable Speaker single-handedly selected Liberia's representatives to the ECOWAS Parliament and lied on oath that he conducted an election on February 7, 2024 without the conduct of an election. The Speaker submitted a list of Liberia's members of the House of Representatives to the 6th legislature of the ECOWAS Parliament to Dr. Sedi Mohammed, the Right Honorable Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament. In the transmitted letter, which bears the subject quote, election of Liberian representatives to the 6th legislature of the ECOWAS Parliament, unquote, the Liberian House Speaker lied on an oath and misled the ECOWAS Parliament, violating provisions of the protocol of the ECOWAS Parliament. Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa's actions are in total contravention of subsection A of Article 18 of the ECOWAS Protocol titled, quote, Elections, Terms of Office and Vacancies, unquote, which states that, quote, States representatives shall be elected by direct universal suffrage by citizens of member states, unquote. Its actions are also in contravention of subsection B of Article 18 of the ECOWAS Protocol. Subsection B of Article 18 states that the representative of each member state reflect as much as possible the political configuration in the state. Even more consequential, the Speaker's actions violated 40.1 and 40.2 of the House of Representatives, which are under the heading Rule 40, Honesty and Transparency. Rule 40.1 states, quote unquote, without prejudice to the provision of this rule, every member shall be honest and transparent at any time. Rule 40.2, which tends to define what, quote unquote, honest and transparent mean, states as follows, quote unquote, no member may introduce false information or unsubstantiated matter pretending that it is true. The occupant of the office of the Speaker is expected to exhibit a high degree of morality and protect the rule of law, but the Speaker's action evidently revealed that he lacks the moral rectitude and behavioral competence to perform in this office. 4. That the Speaker, Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa, during his tenure as Deputy Speaker of the 54th Legislature, alarmingly overspent his budget and was believed to have used his budget line as conveyor for suspicious financial transactions. This is evidenced by the alarming outtowing of $4,038,687 actual money spent, a whopping $2,936,159 higher than the amount of $1,102,528 budgeted for fiscal year 2023 for the office of the Deputy Speaker. Reference page 3 of the fiscal year 2024 draft national budget. This practice amounts to systemic corruption and continues to reflect negatively on the office of the Speaker and subjects this Honorable House's shadow practices by putting a credibility tint on the image of the Honorable House, which immensely violates Article 5C of the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, quote unquote, take steps by appropriate legislation and executive orders to eliminate sectionalism and tribalism and such abuses of power as the misuse of government resources, nepotism, and all other corrupt practices. Rule 44.1 of the House's Rules and Procedure, being free from corruption, states, quote unquote, members are expected to fight corruption effectively by being free from corrupt practices and opposing corruption and set example in any anti-corruption struggle. 5. That on the 7-day sitting of the second quarter of the first section of the Honorable House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia, June 6, 2024, revealed through its agenda that the budget law was authored by the Honorable Speaker, Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa. A communication from Honorable Clarence G. Gar, representative of Electoral District Number 5 of Magidi County, craved the indulgence of plenary to recall the national budget for illegal alteration of the budget law. 6. that on April 29, 2024, the 9th-day journal of the extraordinary section of the Honorable House of Representatives of the first quarter of the first section of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia reveals that the Honorable House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature met on April 29, 2024 with the representatives of District Number 2, Grand Koon County, Honorable J. Funati Koffa, Speaker and Presiding Officer for the sole passage of the 2024 National Budget. Honorable James M. Kola of District Number 2, Bon County, put for a motion. The motion states, quote unquote, Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and distinguished colleagues, having listened to a well-read report from the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance, and done due diligence and taken into consideration that this budget was initially submitted by the executive in the tune of $692,408,827 United States dollars, and taking into consideration that the committee invited all agencies that are captured in the budget for budget defense, and in such proceeding, those that had issues and qualms were submitted to the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance, and was taken into consideration. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, and distinguished colleagues, I move, if I can obtain a second, that this instrument submitted to this plenary be passed with the following. A, that for controlling purposes, everywhere in the budget law, where LBO is stated, be replaced with the Public Account Committee, which is the PAC, that has the responsibility to ensure that there is transparency in all government entities. That is to say that in government spending, all entities be passed as such that all communication therein be accepted, and any motion for reconsideration must be tried and tested on the floor. The motion was seconded by Honorable Clarence Guard of Electoral District Number 5, Margibi County. This motion was accepted and unanimously voted upon, but after the printing of the budget law, the decision of plenary as a result of the motion was deliberately ignored in that LBO was retained instead of PAC. We believe that this was a calculated, sinister move by the signatories, including Speaker Koffa of the budget law, to deceive the House of Representatives. 7. That the Speaker has unilaterally created new committees and new departments and merged new departments with existing ones in the House of Representatives without the approval of plenary, the highest decision-making body, and without regard to standard practice. Committees created are Committees on Science and Technology and Water and Sanitation, while departments unilaterally established are Fleet Department, Nursing Department, Project Department, and Legal Counsel Department. The newly created Legal Counsel Department has been combined with the existing Legal Drafting Department in total disregard to the fact that the existing Legal Drafting Department was created by an act of the legislature. This is a complete contravention of Rule 7.11. Quote, the Speaker shall carry out duties assigned to him by plenary, unquote. The unilateral merger and modification of structures violates Rule 63.1. Under Rule 63, amendment and suspension of rules which states, quote unquote, these rules shall not be altered unless the members of the House have received a 24-hour notice of the proposed change. The 24-hour period shall commence with the placement of printed copy of the proposed amendment upon the desk of each member. Changes in these rules shall be taken up as a special order. Any change in these rules shall require the approval of two-thirds majority of the members of the House, unquote. The Speaker's action of unilaterally creating new committees and various departments in the House of Representatives without the approval of plenaries, the highest decision-making body, renders him administratively incompetent of presiding over the Honorable House of Representatives. 8. That the Speaker, Councillor Fonati Koffa, who was former town manager of Zebulon of North Carolina, has been convicted and was disbarred following charges of embezzling approximately $500,000 United States dollars. Speaker Councillor J. Fonati Koffa was made to restitute some of the money, and the rest was charged to community service. To date, Speaker Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa is still doing community service in the town of Zebulon in North Carolina, which is expected to be concluded by March 2026. Speaker Councillor J. Fonati Koffa is a criminal that has spillover effect on his current position, thus harming the government of Liberia and the public, and as well damages the prestige and dignity of the Honorable House of Representatives of the Republic of Liberia. Additionally, the following concerns were raised by the complainants as an addendum in addition to the averment of the official complaint file, which includes, among others, the following. 1. That Speaker interference with the General Auditing Commission order of the House of Representatives. It was alleged that the Speaker stated that the audit team of the GAC were driven from the Capitol building without his knowledge, which requires clarity with sufficient evidence and justification. 2. That the Speaker should provide detailed information or report to the committee on the usage of the US $5.6 million instead of the US $1.5 allotted in the 2023 national budget for the office of the Deputy Speaker when he served as Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives in the 54th Legislature. 3. That the Speaker should provide clarification on his alleged accusation of members of the House of Representatives requesting personal budget allocation. It is alleged that the Speaker accepted that lawmakers requested him to place monies in the national budget for their personal use. 4. That it is alleged that the Speaker, during his presentation on Spoon Talk Show, mentioned allegation of extortion of monies from land ministries and agencies and budget manipulation by members of the 55th Legislature of Liberia at Boulevard Palace Hotel, especially in room 1026 during the budget hearing process. 5. Alleged claims regarding diplomatic travel to Guinea. That it is also alleged that the Speaker lamented that members of the House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature requested to travel to Guinea to establish diplomatic ties and solicit funds from the Guinean government for personal use. 6. That the action of the Speaker to arbitrarily elevate the Honorable House of Representatives Standing Committee on Elections and Inauguration to a statutory committee merely to certify a block member who had hired their mother-in-law as a cook and could not get her on payroll without seeking plenary approbation of plenary. Meanwhile, the complaint followed that the action of the Speaker, as intimated sopra, grossly contravened Article 98 of the 1986 Constitution, Rule 44.1, Rule 45.1, Rule 45.2 of the Rules and Procedures of the House of Representatives. plenary mandate. Consistent with the rules and procedures of the House of Representatives, the complaint was read in plenary by the acting chief clerk in section, with a motion tried and carried on Tuesday, November 12, 2024. The following decision was made thereof with a mandate from plenary as follows. 1. That given the nature of the complaint, the matter be referred to a special committee constituted by plenary considering members from diverse committees. 2. That the acting chief clerk be mandated to notify the speaker with the dispatch of a copy of a complaint and all attachment thereof. 3. That the speaker, upon receipt of the complaint, shall respond to the complaint in writing, recusing himself from the presiding over the House pending the investigation. 4. That the Deputy Speaker shall preside over the plenary during the period of the investigation by the Special Committee. 5. That the investigation be done expeditiously and shall not exceed 2 weeks. 6. That following the investigation, the Special Committee shall submit an official report to plenary. The Special Committee consists of the following members. 1. Honorable Michael M. Thomas, Chairman. Honorable Marie G. Johnson, Co-Chair. Honorable Ernest M. Macias, Senior, Secretary. Honorable J. Clarence T. Banks, Member. Honorable Austin B. Taylor, Member. Honorable Sam P. Jala, Member. Honorable Mana B. Johnson, Member. The Special Committee Execution of Plenary Mandate. Meanwhile, the Special Committee, having been mandated by plenary to expeditiously investigate the matter, consistent with the doctrine of due process as provided in Article 20A of the 1986 Constitution of Liberia, which resolved unanimously to the following methodology as a roadmap for the conduct of the investigation. That committee dispatched official citation to both complainant and defendant to accord the parties due process with the opportunity to even appear with their lawyers. The committee considered the duration of the investigation, arranged the schedule of appearances within a period of 2 weeks. The committee, consistent with the civil procedural law of Liberia and a quasi-judicial process, scheduled the parties to appear together, whilst the complainants take the stand to present their case with the summation of evidence and exhibits as a matter of law, with direct and cross-examination while the defendant follows. Parties were granted the opportunity to appear with their legal counsels. The complaints dispatched were detailed with exhibits and attachment with a request of a written response from the parties, service of process. A specific date, time and venue was agreed upon by the committee for the commencement of the hearing or investigation. The parties were allowed the opportunity to present additional evidence on discovery of new and additional evidences, subpoena of records and documentations from the concerned institutions relative to the availment of the complaint. The committee highlighted the consummation of a zero draft for consideration of members for input, thus leading to the final report. The committee resolved to the consultation of legal practitioners to review and validate the processing leading to the final conclusion and decision. Summation of final report with recommendations to plenary. Honorable Presiding Officer, co-presiding and distinguished colleagues, we are pleased to inform plenary that the opportunity to be heard and the opportunity for the accused to face the accuser was granted to the parties as provided by Article 28 of the Constitution, but the Speaker, having been written on 3 separate occasion to appear to answer to the concerns raised by the complainants and to also provide a written response to all counts as stipulated in the complaint, deliberately declined to receive the said communications as the 3 citations were returned unsearched, with all other means of searches of precepts being explored, including the last known email address and WhatsApp and messenger contact, thus making the committee to presume that the citation was considered effectively served. Meanwhile, owing to the nature of the matter and the time allotted thereof by plenary, the 6 complainants to include Honorable Samuel G. Koga, Representative, District Number 5, Nima County, Honorable Anthony F. Williams, Representative, District Number 2, Maryland County, Honorable Samuel N. Brown, Sr., Representative, District Number 1, Nima County, Honorable Prince Todd, Representative, District Number 8, Montserrat County, Honorable Johnson S. N. Williams, Sr., Representative, District Number 3, River G County, and Honorable Ellis Joe Grant, Representative, District Number 1, Riverside County, were sworn in, respectively, consistent with Section 25.5, burden of proof, as they provided oral testimony with the submission of species of evidence and exhibits to substantiate their allegation against the speaker through an quasi-judicial proceeding which lasted for a period of 2 weeks. The full records and details of investigation which was done in writing are in the exclusive custody of the chief clerk, who took minutes and records of hearing to form a quotient part of the final report. Conclusion. The committee, having exhausted all remedies, in addition to according the parties the opportunity to be heard, with the evidence of speaker refusal to honor the mandate of plenary by subjecting himself to the investigation. As a matter of law, the failure of an accused to appear constitutes a judgment of bar denial, where judgment is entered by default and the accused suffers waiver and laches consistent with Part 3, Section 42 of 31 Civil Procedure Law of Liberia. Recommendation. Wherefore, and in lieu of the foregoing, the Special Committee recommends that plenary that takes the appropriate action consistent with the rules and procedures of the House of Representatives, the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, and other statutes and laws pursuant thereof, grant unto plaintiff all and any further relief that plenary may deem just and equitable. Signed, all members of the committee, with the exception of Sam P. Jala, who is this name, did not sign, but all members signed. Honorable Presiding Officer, Co-Presiding Officer, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is a reading of the communication, the report from the AGO Committee. Signed, Honorable Margaret M. Thomas, Chairman. Signed, Honorable Marie G. Johnson, Co-Chair. Signed, Honorable Ernest M. Mansier, Sr. Signed, Honorable Austin B. Taylor. Signed, Honorable J. Clarence T. Banks. Unsigned, Honorable Sam P. Jala. And signed, Mana B. Johnson. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished colleagues, please have a seat. A little inquiry to Honorable Acting Chief Clerk, Deputy Chief Clerk of the Honorable House of Representatives. Before we seek the way of pleasure of our colleagues the chair may have to answer to this inquiry. As of this session, did you receive communications from our colleagues concerning rescinding signatures as of this movement, namely Honorable Pino Masale, Ellis Noir, Honorable Thomas Oswa, Honorable Lucas Collins, Honorable Marvin Joe? Do you have any communication?
I did not sign for any communication, sir.
Thank you. For the record, inquiry forum. What's the point of inquiry?
Thank you, Mr. Presiding, Co-Presiding Police. On the premise of the inquiry made by the acting speaker who is the presiding, Mr. Acting Chief Clerk, with the exception of those named called, were there any dissent or decline of signature of any of the members within the 55th legislature, precisely the House of Representatives, that you have in your possession?
Not to my knowledge, sir.
Any other inquiry, please? So with the exception of those names that were called, do you have, in addition, do you have any communication from any of our colleagues, names not mentioned?
Names mentioned, I have not received any communication.
Those names that were not mentioned, did you?
No, sir.
Information.
Presiding, co-presiding colleagues. My information is resolution contract by and between some group of people. For the fact that those that agreed to consummate that agreement had not formally informed the member of that group through written communication, by law, they are genuine.
Information noted. Next. With that said, distinguished colleagues, you listen to the report from the committee and myself to probe the Honorable Speaker. What is your way and pleasure, having listened to the reading of the report from the committee? Avance.
I will send to the
Did I hear you say you?
Mr. Presiding, co-presiding, fellow colleagues, having listened to the communication being read, the report to be received and that all signatory by this plenary affirming a decision that will be reached be read, and thereafter a formal and final decision will be taken.
Did I hear a second? So second. Distinguished colleagues, having listened to the motion made by Honorable Samuel Koffa, are you ready to vote? All those in favor of the motion made by the Right Honorable Samuel Koffa, please raise your right hand. Against? Abstentions?
The Honorable Presiding, Honorable Co-Presiding, Honorable ladies and gentlemen, the vote is unanimous.
With unanimous votes, Honorable Deputy Chief Clerk and Acting Chief Clerk, we may now proceed with the reading of those signatures. Thank you. So you do the resolution.
Resolution of Chairs Majority of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia House of Representatives to effectuate the removal of Honorable Jonathan Funati Koffa as Speaker of the House of Representatives and dissolution of all of HOR committees. Whereas on the 25th of October 2024, 6 members of the House of Representatives of the 55th National Legislature submitted an official complaint to plenary against Honorable Councillor J. Funati Koffa, Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 55th National Legislature of the Republic of Liberia for the necessary and appropriate action. Whereas, upon reading the complaint in plenary of the House of Representatives of the 55th National Legislature, Republic of Liberia, there was a motion taken to submit the complaint to a special committee. Whereas, upon the passage of the motion through vote, the presiding officer constituted a special committee to investigate the complaint and report to plenary in 2 weeks. Whereas, the following lawmakers were appointed as members of the committee: Honorable Michael M. Thomas, Chairman; Honorable Mary G. Johnson, Co-Chair; Honorable Ernest M. Marciet Sr., Secretary; Honorable Austin B. Taylor, Member; Honorable J. Clarence T. Banks, Member; Honorable Sam P. Jara, Member; and Honorable Mana B. Johnson, Member. Whereas, in their complaint, they indicted that over the period of Speaker Koffa's incumbency, they have observed with keen attention and reached the conclusion that Speaker Councillor Jonathan Funati Koffa has been involved with a number of issues which, in their view, grossly contravene the standing rules of the House of Representatives and bringing into conflict with the Liberian Constitution, which is the organic law of the Republic. Amongst other things, the complainants averred the following to wit: 1. The Honorable Councillor J. Funati Koffa is significantly conflicted with interest, which is impeding the smooth functions of the various committees of the House of Representatives by being the lead consultant and lawyer for several agencies of government, concessions, and other private companies in the country over which the House of Representatives exercises oversight responsibilities. These agencies and concessions include the Liberia Petroleum and Refining Corporation, Liberia Maritime Authority, National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority, Liberia Telecommunication Authority, National Social Security and Welfare Corporation, City Trust Savings and Loan Bank, Central Bank of Liberia, Roberts International Airport, National Port Authority, National Oil Company of Liberia, B Mountain Mining Company, Western Cluster, and Telecommunication International Alliance, amongst others. This conflicted behavior of the Honorable Speaker violates Rule 45.1 and Rule 45.2 of the Rules and Procedures of the House of Representatives under the subheading Conflict of Interest, which state, quote-unquote, where a member elected or delegated by the House to perform a certain task finds that the case at hand is related to his or her interest or that of a close relative, he or she shall withdraw from handling the case after notifying the House, the Speaker, or the committee of which he or she is a member, unquote. Rule 45.2 reads, quote unquote, no member may be employed or engage himself or herself in an occupation which is incompatible with the responsibility vested on him or her or is in breach of the trust given to him or her or it's damaging to the prestige and dignity of the House. Evidently, the Speaker, Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa, conflicts his business interests with his leadership of the Honorable House, which grossly violates Rule 45.1, thus making it incompatible with his position, tarnishes the prestige and the reputation of the House, and is detrimental to the common good of the Liberian people. 2. That the complainant averred that it is not possible for the Honorable House, for the Honorable Speaker, who is incapacitated from performing his function, duties, and responsibility as the administrative, supervisory, and political leader of the Honorable House of Representatives, when he directly, personally, and or indirectly through his law firm advised the companies mentioned in paragraph 1 above, all of which companies are subject to the oversight responsibilities of the Honorable House of Representatives. 3. Whereas the Honorable Speaker single-handedly selected Liberia's representative to the ECOWAS Parliament and lied on an oath that he conducted an election on February 7, 2024, without the conduct of an election. The Speaker submitted a list of Liberia's members of the House of Representatives to the 6th legislature of the ECOWAS Parliament to Dr. Sedi Mohammed, the Right Honorable Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament. In a transmitted letter which bears the subject, quote unquote, election of Liberian representatives to the 6th legislature of the ECOWAS Parliament, the Liberian House Speaker lied on an oath and misled the ECOWAS Parliament, violating provisions of the protocol of the ECOWAS Parliament. Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa's actions are in total contravention of Section A of Article 18 of the ECOWAS Protocol titled, quote-unquote, Election, Terms of Office and Vacancies, which states that, quote-unquote, States representatives shall be elected by direct universal suffrage by citizens of member states. His actions are also in contravention of subsection B of Article 18 of the ECOWAS Protocol. Subsection B of Article 18 states that the representative of each member state reflect as much as possible the political configuration in a state. Even more consequential, that Speaker's action violated Rule 40.1 and 40.2 of the House of Representatives, which are under the heading Rule 40, Honesty and Transparency. Rule 40.1 states, quote unquote, without prejudice to the provision of this rule, every member shall be honest and transparent at any time. Rule 40.2, which tends to define what quote unquote honest and transparent mean, states as follows. No member may introduce false information or unsubstantiated matter pretending that it is true. The occupant of the office of the Speaker is expected to exhibit a high degree of morality and protect the rule of law, but the Speaker's action evidently revealed that he lacks the moral rectitude and behavioral competence to perform in this office. 4. That the Speaker, Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa, during his tenure as Deputy Speaker of the 54th Legislature, alarmingly overspent his budget and was believed to have used his budget line as conveyor for suspicious financial transactions. This is evidenced by the alarming outturn of $4,038,687 actual money spent, a whooping $2,936,159 higher than the amount of $1,102,528 budgeted for fiscal year 2023 for the office of the Deputy Speaker. Reference page 3 of the fiscal year 2024 draft national budget. This practice amounts to systemic corruption and continues to reflect negatively on the office of the Speaker and subjects this honorable House shadow practices by putting a credibility tint on the image of the honorable House, which immensely violates Article 5C of the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, quote unquote, take steps by appropriate legislation as executive orders to eliminate sectionalism and tribalism and such abuses of power as the misuse of government resources, nepotism, and all other corrupt practices. Rule 44.1 of the House's Rules and Procedure bring free from corruption states members are expected to fight corruption effectively by being free from corrupt practices and opposing corruption and set example in any anti-corruption struggle. 5. That on the 7-day sitting of the second quarter of the first section of the Honorable House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia, June 6, 2024, revealed through its agenda that the budget law was authored by the Honorable Speaker, Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa. A communication from Honorable Clarence G. Gar, representative of Electoral District Number 5 of Magibi County, prayed the indulgence of plenary to recall the national budget for illegal alteration of the budget law. 6. That on April 29, 2024, the 9-day journal of the extraordinary section of the Honorable House of Representatives of the first quarter of the first section of the 55th Legislature of the Republic of Liberia reveals that the Honorable House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature met on April 29, 2024 with the representatives of District Number 2, Grand Koon County, Honorable J. Fonati Koffa, Speaker and Presiding Officer for the sole passage of the 2024 national budget. Honorable James M. Colette, District Number 2, Bon County, proffered a motion. The motion states, quote unquote, Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and distinguished colleagues, having listened to a well-read report from the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance, and done due diligence and taking into consideration that this budget was initially submitted by the executive in a tune of $692,408,827 United States dollars, and taking into consideration that the committee invited all agencies that are captured in the budget for budget defense, and in such proceeding, those that had issues and qualms were submitted to the Committee on Ways, Means and Finance, and was taken into consideration. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, and distinguished colleagues, I move if I can obtain a second that this instrument submitted to this plenary be passed with the following. A. That for controlling purposes, everywhere in the budget law, where LBO is stated to be replaced with Public Accounts Committee, which is the PAC, that has the responsibility to ensure that there is transparency in all government entities. That is to say that if government spending, all entities be passed as such that all communication therein be accepted, and any motion for reconsideration must be tried and tested on this floor. The motion was seconded by Honorable Clarence Gar of Electoral District Number 5, Magibi County. This motion was accepted and unanimously voted upon. But after the printing of the budget law, the decision of plenary as a result of the motion was deliberately ignored in that FBO was retained instead of PAC. We believe that this was a calculated, sinister move by the signatories, including Speaker Koffa of the budget law, to deceive the House of Representatives, members of the House of Representatives. Whereas the complainant furthered that the action of the Speaker as intimated grossly contravened Article 98 of the 1986 Constitution of Liberia, Rule 44, Subsection 1, Rule 45, Subsection 1, Rule 45, Subsection 2 of the Rules and Procedures of the House of Representatives. Now, therefore, we, the below honorable members of the House of Representatives of the 55th National Legislature, do hereby affix our signatures to this resolution for the following reasons to wit. 1. That the Speaker, Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa, is henceforth removed from the speakership of the 55th National Legislature of the Republic of Liberia with immediate effect consistent with Article 49 of the 1986 Constitution of Liberia and Rule 9.1 of the Rules and Procedure of the House of Representatives. 2. That the removal of Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa as Speaker hereby nullifies all appointment made by him while serving as Speaker of the Republic of Liberia, consisting with Rule 54.1 of the Rules and Procedures of the House of Representatives. Honorable J. Clarence Bank, signed.
Please read the communication from Robert Ellis Moore. Please.
Mr. C. Commerce Chair, Acting Chief Clerk, House of Representatives, Capitol Building. Dear Mr. C. Commerce Chair, I write to acknowledge receipt of a communication dated November 5.
Hold on. Please proceed. Please proceed.
So folks, if you just joined this live broadcast, welcome. This is ELBC Radio 99.9 FM. My name is Yasa Subai. I'm bringing forth this live broadcast from the grounds of the Capitol, specifically in the joints chamber, where the majority global normally hosts their section. Today's section, as usual, has been presided over by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Thomas Hada, and his co-presiding, Honorable Clarence Guy, for my Gibi County. Well, there are a lot of items listed on the agenda for today. So we have communication from Honorable Anthony Williams, representative electoral district number 2, Maryland County,
which emanated from you by the director of the Good Number of my colleagues, who are
the
organized
chief of
under the
traffic of
canopy,
Liberia
majority
National
members of the House of
Police will now
Representatives,
turn over to the
currently
acting chief.
convening in the joint chamber of the legislature. In the aforementioned letter, my distinguished colleagues have invoked Rule 48.2 of our standing rules and procedure, where 3 of my colleagues complained me and the body requested me to appear before the committee of the whole on November 12, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. Joint Chambers of the House of Representatives, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. In view of the aforementioned, and considering that the proceedings signals and seriously border on our rules and procedures and the sacred Liberian Constitution, I write to crave the indulgence of my colleagues in the joint chamber to excuse my absence today in order to allow me to make an informed decision that will not contravene the Liberian Constitution and all relevant statutes from today's date, Thursday, November 21, 2024, to next section day, which will be Tuesday, November 26, 2024. Please accept the assurances of my highest esteem. Respectfully, Honorable Alice X. Noah. Honorable Presiding Officer, Co-Presiding Officer, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, that is the reading of the communication from your colleague, Honorable Alex S. Noah.
Distinguished colleagues, can we do that?
No, yeah.
Thank you.
We proceed.
Proceed.
Honorable J. Clarence Banks, Grand Bassa County, District number 2, signed. Honorable James M. Colette, Bon County, District number 2, signed. Honorable Ellis Job Grant, River 6, District number 1, signed. Honorable Prince A. Tor, Monserrato, District number 8, signed. Honorable Mana B. Johnson Jr., Bombing, District number 2, signed. Honorable Nathaniel N. Bowett Sr., Grand Crew County, District number 1, signed. That's number 6. Honorable, please let me start over. Number 1, J. Clarence Banks, Grand Bassa County, District number 2, signed. 2, James M. Colette, Bon County, District number 2, signed. 3, Ellis Job Grant, Riverside, District number 1, signed. 4, Prince A. Tor, Monserrato County, 8, signed. 5, Mana B. Johnson Jr., Bombing, 2, signed. 6, Honorable Nathaniel M. Bowett Sr., Grand Crew, 1, signed. 7, Honorable Prince K. Quena, Bon, 1, signed. 8, Honorable Rachel Nabe Koon, Monserrato, 11, signed. 9, Honorable Sekou S. Kane, Monserrato, 2, signed. 10, Honorable Jakpapa O. Vani, Bombing, 1, signed. 11, Mohamed Dossier, Cape Mount, 2, signed. 12, Augustine B. Chewolo, Lofa, 5, signed. 13, Austin B. Taylor, Maryland, District 3, signed. 14, Mustafa Warete, Bapolu 3, signed. 15, C.S. Miana, Nima 8, signed. 16, Rawa F. Wongwe, Bon 4, signed. 17, Alfred H. Flomo, Basso Fo San. 18. Nyaji Flomo Nimba District 2 San. 19. Ase G Bani Grand Basso 1 San. 20. Saint P Jala Bometri San. 21. NSM Marcier Nimba District 4 San. 22. Honorable Anthony F. Williams, Maryland 2 San. 23. Samson Kwiju Wea Sano 2 San. 24. Honorable Alexander Paul River G 1 San. 25. Johnson S.N. Williams Sion 3 District 3 River G San. 26. Honorable Nega E. Gay Nimba District 3 San. 27. Ase B. Chople Wo River G 2 San. 28. Honorable Samuel N. Brown Sr. Nimba County District 1 San. 29. Emmanuel Ya Magibi 4 San. 30. Steve Tikwa Riverside District 2 San. 31. Bindu Mansale Grand Cape Mount District 1 San. 32. Martha M. Thomas Moserado 4 San. 33. Clarence G. Ga Magibi 5 San. 34. Foda E. Famula Bon 7 San. 35. Domon T. Glikia Nima District 6 San. 36. Abba Koklo Jones Magibi 2 San. 37. P. Mark Jure Maryland 1 San. 38. Jeremiah G. Soka Grand Jira 1 San. 39. Momo S. Poto Lofa District 3 San. 40. Gizi K. Collins Lofa District 4 San. 41. Julie F. Wea Lofa District 2 San. 42. Thomas A. Goswa, Grand Basso 5 San. 43. Marie G. Johnson, Grand Jira 2 San. 44. Matthew Joe Basso 3 San. Priscilla A. Cooper. 45. Priscilla A. Cooper, Moserado 5 San. 46. Rookie Barry, Moserado 1 San. 47. Samuel G. Koga, Nima 5 San. 48. Benabu B. Benson, Moserado 17 San. 49. Zina Norma Bapolu 1 San. 50. LSS Noah Sano 3 San. Honorable Presiding Officer, Honorable Co-Presiding Officer, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, there are 50 signatories to the resolution. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished colleagues, listen to the reading of signatories attached to the resolution. What is your great pleasure? Honorable James Goulet, uncounted.
Presiding, co-presiding, distinguished colleagues, honorable presiding, co-presiding, distinguished colleagues, having listened to the report of the committee that was set up to conduct investigation into the complaint filed against Honorable Councillor J. Fanati Koffa, and committee informing us that all of the invitations or notices or summons served him to come for hearing, he refused. Yet, the committee going to work and conducting the hearing in order to hear from the complainant, to emit evidence in order to satisfy the requirement of our law of due process. Also following their recommendations consistent with the resolution just read in line with Article 49 of our Liberian Constitution, which says in part that the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, can be removed by cause of two-thirds majority through a resolution. Again, in line with the House's Rule 9, taking into consideration that this is a rule-based legislature, which also says in part in Rule 9 that the Speaker can be removed. That the Speaker can be removed. Rule 9.1, let me state on the record. 9.1, which says the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and other officers of the House may be removed from office for cause by a resolution of two-thirds majority of the members of the House, and having satisfied both the constitutional provision and the statutory provision through a resolution that even went beyond the two-thirds, thereby gathering a signature of 50 persons. I want to move, if I can obtain a second, that the resolution and 8 clear minutes be accepted by this August body. Full implementation take immediate effect, and Councillor J. Fanati Koffa, representative of Grand Crook County District Number 2, be given an ultimatum of you have the right to stay on readiness. Yes. Be given an ultimatum of 1 week to vacate and take all of his materials out of the sacred office of the Honorable Speaker of this honorable body. That the executive be rated immediately as of today's date to withdraw with immediate effect all immunities that is then enjoyed by Councillor J. Fanati Koffa, representative of District Number 2, Grand Crook County, in the name of the speakership, be withdrawn with immediate effect. If I can obtain a second.
Distinguished colleagues, with the motion being seconded, are you ready to vote? Are you ready to vote?
It's a resolution.
It's a resolution.
So far, 15 members of the House have signed the resolution to remove the Speaker, Honorable J. Fanati Koffa. So Honorable James Fuller has given the Speaker a week to vacate and leave the office of the Speaker within a week. So 50 persons have signed the resolution already, and They have already been passed here. So I think they are not having a little meeting. But that's the breaking news. 50 persons have signed the resolution. So we now turn back to Honorable James Koon, who will now take the stand to engage his government.
Okay, Honorable Koon, you have a second.
You're not going to take a motion for the record to clarify that, but I want to say to this body, having read the resolution which requires or satisfy both our statute and that of the Constitution, that the resolution be noted, received and noted, and all implementation of the resolution be implemented. Thank you. Endorse, sorry, endorse.
What's the point of query? What's the point of the query? Are you saying that the portion that has to do with giving an ultimatum is moot?
Yes. In the first place, there was no motion. There was no motion.
So you restate a motion?
There was no motion. It's not a motion, Chairman. We want to inform the plenary that
on that note.
On that note, we say we received a document endorsing the in totality. Simple, no motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Distinguished colleagues, with the resolution generally signed by 50 members of the Honorable House of Representatives, certify the provision of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, Article 49, and is stated in addition to 9 of the House Standing Rules 9.1. Honorable Chief Clerk, distinguished colleagues, the position of the Speaker of the House of Representatives is now deemed vacant. Thank you. Honorable Chief Clerk, please. I would like the acting Chief Clerk to kindly
position of
release
Speaker have been
in keeping
vacant
with our
by
rules.
resigning
When the office of the Speaker
by
and the Deputy
majority
Speaker
block 50
is
signed
announced
for
vacant,
of
I would like you to kindly read that provision of our rules. What it states.
Rule 10, subsection of the leadership. 10.1.
Read it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chief.
Rule 10 have the caption subsection of the leadership. 10.1. When the office of the Speaker Routine succession of the leadership. 10.1. When the office of the Speaker shall become vacant by reason of removal, death, resignation, inability, or other disabilities, the Deputy Speaker shall act as Speaker until a new Speaker is elected within 60 days.
Okay, distinguished colleagues, as you are listening to the reading of our rules, Rules 10.1, that was clearly read, and the acting chief clerk giving authority to the Deputy Speaker to act and steer the affairs of the Honorable House of Representatives within 60 days. I, Honorable Thomas Fowler, have come to make it clear to you, my distinguished colleagues, knowing the authority in keeping with our rules, I have come to say the work of the Liberian people must continue in as much as reserved within 60 days to set the stage for elections. I have come to declare to you, distinguished colleagues, I, Honorable Fowler, Deputy Speaker of the Honorable House of Representatives, will not be contested for the position of Speaker, and thereby set the stage not to prolong the process of having our Speaker. I now declare the elections of the Speaker. I now declare the position of the Speaker open to any of you, my colleagues, that have interest in becoming Speaker of the Honorable House of Representatives. And it is hereby so ordered. Motion for executive.
So thanks a lot. This is LNTV. We are bringing you live happening in the joint chamber for the National Legislature of the 55th. 50 members of the 55th have finally signed the joint resolution for the removal of Koffa as Speaker of the House of Representatives. Now, the seat have been declared vacant. We are making our way outside.
Go down there. You know what I'm saying? The time you will take to go down.
We're making our way outside, and we have been told that
some people they are in competition. The higher court of the law, they are in competition. You want blood.
we have made our way outside. This has been a joint team held by Mr. Diflo Flomo for the joint chamber of the 55th National Legislature. A joint resolution has been signed for the removal of the current House Speaker, Councillor Junido Fonati Koffa, and the seat have been declared vacant, and they are currently on executive. We will bring you the summary of the unfolding from the joint chamber. There we go. I see again a pleasant welcome. We are back, and you were in the chamber of the 55th National Legislature, where we had a majority black, and a decision had been reached. I mean, give the audience the unfolding of what happened today.
So certainly, today in the joint chambers of the National Legislature,
you actually saw the resolution that was being signed by 50 members of the majority bloc. Unlike past days where we had 43, on Tuesday of this week, the number climbed up to 45 with the addition of DJ Blue, Bernard Blue Banksing, and also you have Representative Zina Nomo of Babolu County. So today, additional 6 persons or lawmakers were actually added to the resolution, bringing up to the number of 50, and that in actuality saw the Deputy Speaker announcing the vacancy of the speakership, and that all necessary things that he enjoys should be stripped of him, and the position of the speakership is now declared vacant. So at the moment, lawmakers are in executive session as to whether or not they will have election today is what we are waiting for. But at the moment, there are different views outside here about the removal of the House Speaker, Honorable J. Fonati Koffa. So we will be sampling views outside here, those who are for and against at the moment of Capitol. But my colleague Anthony Williams will have a brief word to say.
Yeah, thank you. Well, before we go to start sampling views of Liberians who are here up Capitol Hill to hear from them as to what's transpiring currently, Deputy House Speaker Honorable Thomas P. Falla will serve in the position of the Speaker until an election can be held for a new Speaker within 60 days. But however, as Honorable Thomas P. Falla has declined interest to run for the speakership, he has made it clear to his colleagues that he is not interested in wanting to be Speaker of the House of Representatives precisely. So he will not be running as Speaker. But Honorable Thomas P. Falla will stay as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Deputy Speaker, he will be in that position. Yes, and serve as the acting presiding currently until within the next 60 days until elections can be held for a new Speaker. So they are currently in an executive section, like my colleague Ayezin said. They are currently in an executive section. What we don't know is whether the lawmakers are intending to hold an election today for a new Speaker. But as it stands, 50 lawmakers have signed a resolution to oust House Speaker J. Fonati Koffa as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. We're going to go around now and sample views of Liberians who are here to hear from them, to tell us how they feel about the happenings here up Capitol Hill. My colleague Ayezon will pick it up from here.
Thank you very much. Now, as we move along, sampling views of folks here on the grounds of the Capitol building, we will move gradually. We will move, and then sample the views of some Liberians who are here. Some of them who are stable at the Capitol building. Hello. This is LNTV Alive. Sampling views of Liberians who are converted at the grounds of the Capitol building. What do you make of the removal by 50 signatures from the majority bloc of lawmakers by the presiding deputy speaker, Honorable Thomas Falla, and the speaker now has been removed. What's your take on this?
I'm so sorry. Thank you, but I'm security personnel, so I'm not a police.
It's fine. Well, you didn't have a well. She's a security personnel. She's a security personnel, and not Lori. She is a security personnel, so we had to move forward. Members who signed the resolution. So, making our way to see
global that put you there in the global. So I think we are referring to another class because the global at the side.
So prior to this decision that was taken today, there were people who were actually on the side of the minority. Where were you at the moment? Were you in support of the minority or the minority? So we just received news that the speaker is about to address the press. We will move over to the speaker's office to see if we can bring you a live press briefing from there, as we have been told that the speaker, the former speaker, that is, as per the decision that was taken here today,
been declared as
about to address the press. So how true is this information? We hope our colleague.
So I see normally this is where this particular spot you are looking at, this is where normally the speaker car park.
Yes.
Since the time we've been coming here, this for every time you come here you see the speaker vehicle parking, but unless today it's different.
Yes, certainly. So it seems like they were actually following the session that was being held in there, and as we speak, normally at my back is where you have the speaker official vehicle parked, but at the moment we are not seeing any sign of the speaker vehicle, and information about the speaker or the former speaker, so to speak, addressing the press is yet to be confirmed, so we cannot vividly say we will go there or not. But at the moment we cannot go there now because we don't have information to speak to that effect that the speaker will be addressing the press. But we are still making our way around here at the grounds of the Capitol building, so we're going to move again over to see if we can speak to Liberians who are here on the occasion marking the removal of House Speaker Honorable J. Funatu Koffa by 50 members who signed a resolution to have him removed. So let's move over now, Aaron. We will pan our camera to see if we can get Liberians who have come here to speak to us on the issue of the removal of House Speaker Honorable J. Funatu Koffa. So actually, Aaron, it was a hectic day, and like we said, you were asking as to why up to now we don't see lawmakers and what have you. And I was telling you that the fact that you see the guys are actually making their way, it seems like they are resolved. And so let's see if we can speak to this is have come here. Liberians here up Capitol Hill. Welcome to you. What's your name? Welcome to LMTV.
Thank you so much. My name is Musa Ahmed, Liberian citizen.
It has been a haul and pull for nearly 1 month now since they issued about the removal of House Speaker started. And today in session you saw the reading of a resolution of 50 members who signed to have House Speaker Honorable Funatu Koffa removed. What's your take, first of all?
I think there have been a whole lot of calling and pulling the speakers along with the pulling. But I think the guys read the rules, they read the rules, and the guy filed a motion. I mean, they were adjourned today. I'm not having the power to remove the speaker. Who have the power to remove the speaker? They say the speaker have been removed. So we'll wait and see whether that removal will come to fruition or not.
Are you doubting the action that was taken in there today, that the resolution was signed, and at the moment there are people who are going with the belief that the speaker is already removed?
Yeah, by law. Look, I quoted our laws, they quoted our standing rules, and they put the rules. So according to their laws and own rules, according to their own rules, the speaker is Funati is no more the speaker, is a former speaker.
Prior to today, where were you with the issue of minority and majority block?
For me, honestly, I knew that Funati would be former speaker because the issue of a legislature is about numbers. It's about numbers. They got a saying to say the majority will have their will, the minority will have their say. So I mean,
the minority
will have their will.
We have
their saying. The majority will have their will. So the majority have the will. They can decide how to run the affair of the legislature.
Thank you very much. So we pin our camera on my right, and this gentleman is here. Also, he's been here for quite a long time now, since today. But we want to sample the view as to what do you make. First of all, what's your name and what do you make of the decision that has been taken by 50 men who signed a resolution to have our speaker, Funati Koffa, removed today as we speak?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Gabriel T. Saki Jr. I'm the Chief of Office Staff for Honorable Judy Fatima Wia. She's the Chair on Health, and she happens to be a member of the majority bloc.
What do you make of the decision? I guess though you have your boss who is also supporting the majority side, but you as an individual may have a separate view from your boss view. But first of all, what do you make of the decision that the House Speaker, Funati Koffa, is removed as we speak?
The decision made by the majority bloc today in a session to remove the speaker, I think I listened to the session and I listened to them quoting their rules. They know their rules more better than we, the staffers. They play with the rules. The speaker also, as a speaker, I believe he knows the rules. So if there's anything about crisis in interpreting the rules, I think it will go to the Supreme Court. And I think the Supreme Court would be the best to advise everyone of us whether it's legal or not. But the decision I saw them taking today, I see them quoting the rules, and I believe they can work by the rules.
Do you think this will now bring to rest the issue across various districts? You serve in the office of a lawmaker. You hear people crying, oh, you're holding the country hostage, or what have you. What do you think this decision will bring now to Liberian across the country?
Personally, I believe this decision is the best way forward. Yeah, I think it's the best way forward. I think there should be a remedy to every situation. And then I also trust that the speaker will go to the court and the court will advise. But personally, I think this is the best way forward.
He has been to the court with a lot of prohibition, and those prohibitions did not yield fruit. So do you think Speaker Koffa will again go to the Supreme Court?
Yeah, I think the speaker will go to the Supreme Court because I follow most of the speaker interview, most of the live broadcasts. And the speaker said that there are many ways he can seek legal redress. It is not only calling for a rate of prohibition, but there are other ways he will seek legal redress. So I know that the speaker will go to the court soon.
Thank you very much. So we are getting reports, and at the moment we will want to go back in because the election for the speaker, I'm told, is taking place. I'm told the election for the speaker is taking place.
We gotta go find out if it's...
Yes, so let's move in.
What finished? So we want to make out, yeah, go ahead.
So folks, we had to come outside because there was an executive session, and that means whenever you have an executive session, press people, security people will have to excuse the chambers or the joint chambers of the House of Representatives. So that exactly was what we did, and we had to come outside. But at the moment, we are getting reports.
How sure is that? We were just there, it's a similar thing. We were just there, it's a similar thing. The speaker not in here.
Yeah, like I was saying, and we also get a report that the speaker, who is now declared former speaker, is about to have a press conference, so we have our guys posted there, and they will be coming to you from that angle of the former speaker, so to speak, of the House of Representatives. But where we are now is in the rotunda of the John Chambers, and we are making our way in, folks, to bring you the election.
Honorable Samson, we are member of this Means of Finance representing Sando. Honorable Alfred Flomo representing Agriculture. And there is here Chairman, sorry, and there is here Basu Order. Now, Honorable C.A. Miana, Community Chairperson of State Enterprise. Thank you. With that, committee.
All right, so folks, we are back into the chambers, and earlier there was an executive session being held, but the executive session has just ended, so we made our way back upstairs. I'm just seeing a comment here from one of our followers reminding of us about the elections about to begin here in the joint chambers. We just noticed that. Thanks for following. Thanks for leaving your comment. But let's go back.
Imaya Yao, who has chairperson of State Enterprises, co-chairperson, rather, sorry. And then we announce Honorable Sam Brown, chairperson of Commerce, co-chairman of Asset Planning. And it is here by Asset Order. Thank you. Sam Brown, Samuel Brown. Amen. And co-chairman of Asset Planning. Thank you. So distinguished colleagues, we go with the proceeding now to a nomination. The floor is open for nomination. Nomination. Honorable Ellis Port, thereafter we gave at least 5 minutes for those of our colleagues that may have interest in contesting for the position of Speaker. Nomination, Honorable Ellis Port.
Honorable Deputy Speaker and Presiding, Honorable Co-Presiding, distinguished colleagues, in keeping with Rule 6, Paragraph 2 of our standing rule, which reads, the members then shall elect one of their members as Speaker to serve for a term of 6 years, and Rule 10, succession of leadership. 10.1, when the office of the Speaker shall become vacant by reason of death, resignation, inability, or other disability, the Speaker shall act. The Deputy Speaker shall act as Speaker until a new Speaker is elected within 60 days. Predicated upon these rules, I, Honorable Alexander Paul, of District Number 1, River G County, representing ably the people of Gilipo, Jidepo, Buipo, and the normal people of Temple, constituting District Number 1, River G County, rise on my feet to nominate an astute character, an indefatigable character, a person who has worked diligently in the interest of the Liberian people, a character that can be trusted, a man that can be trusted to transform and rebrand the 55th legislature, a man that can be seen as first amongst equals and not see himself as a political demagogue or a political godfather, or who sees himself as first amongst equals. This character is nobody else but Honorable Richard Ekati Nangwe Koon. If I can be seconded.
Nomination is still open.
My distinguished colleagues, please, of the 55th legislature, I, DZK Collins, representing the people of Electoral District Number 4, Lofa County, move, if I can obtain a second, that the nomination be closed.
Of the nomination, distinguished colleagues, are you ready to vote? All those in favor, the nomination be closed on the Honorable Richard Nangwe Koon. Please raise your right hand. Go ahead and answer the question.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Co-Presiding Officer, Honorable ladies and gentlemen, unanimous votes.
If the vote beats unanimous, motion is carried. We have one candidate vying for the office and position of the Speaker. Information on the Cooker.
My information is when election is closed on an individual, we call upon somebody to cast a white ballot. No, we are rich.
Understand the sentiments. We want to leave. Thank you. So, distinguished colleagues, now we would like to recognize the Honorable Richard Koon, at least 5 minutes, though he is the only person, but to just briefly say hello to his colleagues. Thank you.
Honorable Cabinet Speaker, co-presiding the fellow colleagues, I overwhelmingly accept your nomination. And in this regard, I can assure you that I will work with you as a servant
I will also work with you as one and first of all equal but in peer group. There's nothing called speaker that's going to be distinct from you. And anytime you have the right to work in the speaker office, but I'm going to show you all of your immunities. I'm going to make sure I prioritize your immunities in your re-election. And to our workers, your home will be restored.
Of the staff house and the Honorable House of Representatives will be restored under the gavel of Honorable Rachel Koon. I take you from that presentation the hope and aspirations of the staff of the House of Representatives restored. Thank you. Now, distinguished colleagues, as the presiding officer and the deputy speaker of the Honorable House of Representatives, I will now recognize the Dean in the absence of the Deputy Speaker who happens to be the Dean of the Honorable House of Representatives. Koffa is now recognized as the Doyen seated among you colleagues to majestically walk to this podium and cast the white ballot for our distinguished colleague, Honorable Koffa.
Actually, let me first of all extend my thanks to the appreciation and also to say thank God. The student police to proceed with it. Presiding, colleagues, I'm very much delighted by parliamentary rules, the constitution. To be elected on a white ballot is a privilege. And I believe it depends on your comportment, your level of tolerance, and ability to lead a group of people. In their light, I cast this ballot as a symbol of authority for Honorable Rachel Koon as a single candidate, a consensus candidate as Speaker.
Distinguished colleagues, with the casting of the ballot, we ask the Deputy Chief Clerk, Acting Chief Clerk to announce the results.
Honorable Presiding Officer, Co-Presiding Officer, distinguished honorable ladies and gentlemen, we have a white ballot caster in favor of Honorable Rachel Koon, who is a representative, District number 11, Masurado County. Thank you, sir. Thereby being declared the winner of this election as Speaker of the Honorable House of Representatives. Speakers-elect, please.
Thank you. Without pronouncement, we now ask the Honorable colleague to be escorted by the Chairperson on Executive, along with our other two female with us, Honorable Julie, Johnson to proceed to the table. In addition, the co-presiding will join me as the sworn-in the honorable colleague. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me, our distinguished colleagues.
I, Omoreche Namwe Koon, do solemnly swear that I will support, uphold, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the Republic of Liberia.
The Constitution and laws of the Republic of Liberia.
Bear true faith.
And
allegiance to the Republic.
And allegiance to the Republic.
And will faithfully.
Conscientiously. And impartially.
Discharge the duties and functions of the office of.
Discharge the duty and function of the office of the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature Republic of Liberia.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So folks, as the deputy speaker the oath here today.
In keeping with our proceeding, our speaker, in keeping with our proceeding, in my capacity as the Deputy Speaker of the Republic of Liberia, 55th National Legislature, I'd like to again state and say congratulations for your preferment, Mr. Speaker. At the same time, Mr. Speaker, as the presiding officer of this session, I would now decline to invite you to the seat of the Honorable Speaker of the Honorable House of Representatives, and in a descending manner, take the office of the Deputy Speaker. You have my honor, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, sir.
Esteemed colleagues, members of this honorable body, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today, as I stand before you,
yes, sir.
I am deeply honored,
yes, sir.
and profoundly grateful for the trust you have placed in me.
Yeah.
This movement is not just a movement. It represents a collective dream, a hopeful vision for a better future that will see a possible dreams and hopes, vision for the Republic of Liberia. In in particular, together we have taken a momentous step toward the change we seek to legislate government reform. As we look around us today, we see that our current governance system and institutions are faced with lots of turmoil. The issue of equity, their commitment to political cleavages and political parties that divide us, inefficiency, inequalities, and that discourage us from being united. I hope that as I take on the mantle of authority, that I will be able, through your help, to fulfill the dream and the requirement assigned to this particular office. However, I want to encourage you to remain steadfast and hopeful as an integral part of the world. I witnessed and participated in the struggle that led us here today. Now that I am the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 55th National Legislature, barely 11 months into the tenure of President Joseph Newman Burkhardt, I am committed to working with you all to achieve your shared hopes and dreams. I am so dedicated to facing these challenges along with you honestly, with integrity, determination of us all. Together, we will undertake the hard but necessary work of reforming our system with transparency, accountability at the core of our intervention. We invest in the happiness of every member and every staff who serve us in executing the three functions of our legislative responsibility: representation, lawmaking, and oversight, while at the same time multitasking and creating innovative ways to do the people work in our Liberian society. In today's world, where technology has become a critical component of leadership and governance, we will equally invest critically but strategically in the modernization of the legislature. We take full cognizance in the fact that our three branches of government are separate and therefore promise to uphold the spirit, thereby allowing no interference whatsoever. The legislature will be the legislature on our watch to the best of our ability to bring reform and accountability. Together, we will shift our own pyramid or determination of our priorities, set and pursue our strategic goal and objective in the best interest of the people who are custodians of the authorities that we exercise today. At the same time, we are not ignorant to the fact that as much as the Liberian Constitution requires us to be separated in three different branches, it also provides that we uphold the coordination with the three branches of government. Therefore, as we assume the mantle of authority as the leader of the legislature, the this branch of government will work closely with the other two branches of government. We will coordinate very closely but meticulously with the other two branches, like I said, ensuring that the legislative proposal or instrument of the government are expeditiously executed and enacted. We are aware of the emergencies surrounding us. This country, roads and infrastructure are in ruin. The healthcare delivery system is crying out for rescue. The educational sector continues to be paralyzed, and our economic is yearning for ways of revival. All of these critical issues and many other aspects of concern to our people, partners, and friendly government need our urgent intervention. In a spirit of coordination, therefore, we will work with President J Joseph Human Worker to ensure that these fundamental issues are addressed expeditiously and they will be necessary and possible. As they will be necessary and possible. The Children calling reform cannot be achieved by one person. It requires a radical movement and the collective effort of all of us. We invite each and every member of the legislature to join us in this journey. Share your ideas, your experience, your vision for a reform and independent legislature that is in readiness to respond to the needs of our Liberian people. Let's build an open dialogue where we can discuss our challenges and celebrate our victories together. I stand here not just as a leader, but as a servant in this journey. Together, my intuitive or my ideas of being a down-to-earth lawmaker will never change. I remain who I am, no matter how rich I become in the future. My life become the same, remain the same, and I will interact with every staffers and member of the legislature as I normally do. Together, we will not shy away from the difficult conversation, the tough decision, and the unwavering commitment that reform demands. Together, we will face the obstacle, and together we will emerge stronger. Let me be guided by our hopes, inspired by shared humanity, motivated by the vision for our change. The road ahead may be long, but let us walk it together, hands in hands, forging the future that reflects the best of who we are. Thank you for your trust, your support, your commitment to reforming the legislature. Together, we will make this vision a reality. I thank you all.
Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Honorable Richard Nangwe, also relevant district number 11, Representative Kevin He.
The Chairman Executive, Honorable Sekou
55th National Legislature by member of the
Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker of fellow Koon. Before taking my move, I want to say to this other body how much I am appreciative of the level of support I was given. The motion, I move if I can obtain a second. I haven't certified the basic requirement that this body, through the chief elect, write the executive, the embassies near this capital, and the international partner, the judiciary that we have elected, and the Senate, we have elected Honorable Richard Nangwe Koon as Speaker of the 55th Legislature. If I can obtain a second.
Without restating the motion, are you ready to vote? On readiness, Honorable God from Magibi.
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, former presiding and former co-presiding. But in the Liberia, I have to give my way for the Liberia work to be done. I'll be ready to vote if we can accept this simple amendment that the executive be communicated to, that all immunity endure under the canopy of speakership Councillor Jacob and Koffa be revoked and thereby be assigned to the new speaker as soon as possible, the person of Honorable Richard now.
I so accept that it should be done with effective.
With the accepted amendment, are you ready to vote? All those in favor say yea. Against? So the Deputy Speaker, please act accordingly. Deputy Clerk, please act accordingly. Motion for executive. Motion for executive. So moved. The Deputy Speaker is going to join now. So we now confirm all the appointments made by the Deputy Speaker. It is now confirmed that legislatively there are no more acting positions for those committees. And is hereby so honored. Motion for executive. Before I turn the motion for executive, please.
Le Sénat comme le 15 ans.
National legislature. So we're making our way back downstairs. We're having a huge jubilation.
Just grab me small.
Shit.
All right, folks. So welcome back. We have just left the joint chambers, the House of Representatives. The joint chambers here up Capitol Hill, and the lawmakers have made some very strong decisions just a few minutes ago. It was very fast, very immediate, and everything was handled right on the spot, right in the joint chambers. A new speaker, the news actually here is that a new speaker has been elected, and that speaker is Monserrate County District 11 lawmaker, Honorable Richard Koon. The House of Representatives, after an entire month of David Cortez' scuffle here up Capitol Hill, the House of Representatives now has a new speaker, and Grand Crew County District Number 2 lawmaker, Councillor J. Fonati Koffa, has been ousted as Speaker of the House of Representatives according to the laws here up Capitol Hill, all read by his colleagues in the joint chambers. I'll join my colleague Ayezon right here to bring you his own analysis as to what's just transpired in the joint chambers. Quickly, Ayezon, a new speaker has been elected. The impasse here up Capitol Hill has taken a different trend. What are your thoughts?
So, like I told you when we came outside,
yes.
I told you they were actually in the executive.
Yes, and I was doubting that they would have had an election immediately right after they signed the resolution.
So the issue of the executive was based on whether or not to carry Richard Koon as a web ballot. That was only what they were actually discussing.
It sounds to me that the decision to have Richard Koon serve as the new speaker was decided all along.
Certainly.
It seems to be a premeditated.
More than 2 weeks. Like you saw Richard Koon, the last speaker, he has been very quiet along the way. All of the proceedings, you will see him, making statements. He just went quiet because he knew where they were headed. So at the moment, you don't have a new speaker, and he's coming from most of the country. It is very rare for nearly 12 to 18 years to see a speaker coming from Montserrat County,
of course.
So this is something that is trending now as we go about to see speaker coming from Montserrat County. Ever on you have speaker coming from Bombay, you have speaker coming from Maryland County.
You have speaker coming from Grand Crew.
But now you have a new speaker. He's coming from district number 11 Montserrat County, who is Richard Nagweku, and also a member of the Unity Party. So well, folks, I think from this point, the issue about hauling and pulling with a bit aside, but we are yet to hear from the outgoing speaker, who is Honorable J. Fonati Koffa. Because mind you, while we were out here, we heard rumors that the speaker would have addressed the press. But then we had to run in because we were tipped that the speakership election was actually going on. By the moment, folks, the branches of government, as the judiciary, the executive, the chief or the acting chief clerk have been instructed now to communicate with the judiciary, the executive, embassies across the country, and other international groups that Liberia now has a new speaker, and he's Honorable Richard Nagweku.
Let's go straight into the speaker's message. Once he was elected on white ballot by his colleagues, the next thing he was sworn into office right on the spot by the current Deputy Speaker, Thomas P. Fowler. Honorable Richard Koon was sworn into office right away, right on the spot. And right on that same spot, he spoke to his colleagues, making several promises, of course, but he was specific on ensuring that staffers here on the grounds of the Capitol, their immunities will be met. He also assured his colleagues that he will ensure that they all get re-elected. Let's go get some actions for you folks. You already got to run there.
So this vehicle is the vehicle conveying the current speaker, Honorable Richard Nagweku, as he departs the grounds of the Capitol building. This is the vehicle. This is the vehicle conveying the current speaker and newly elected speaker, Honorable Richard Nagweku, as he leaves the grounds of the Capitol.
bounding contract between police. The Constitution requires that in order to remove a speaker, you must acquire to serve. Nobody in your sound mouth can affect your signature to a document unknowingly. And besides that, if you want to receive your signature, you should write us that you sign a contract with us. But no communication so legally it's bounding.
The same communication, but you refuse. They say the same communication, but you refuse it.
He said nothing has happened. Honorable Koffa just posted, he said nothing has happened. What do you have to say about that?
Brother, the man went to pull this for us. And he was told something.
Chairman Koffa,
yeah, I was taking this we have gone through the due process and required the before the process. On failure, let us to take our decision within the framework of Article 49. So you had the number, the event disputed, and this is the reason why we took the decision. We are following due process. We promote the opportunity. It is incumbent upon us to ensure that we do an example business. We cannot keep the country in vacuum. So having declared the procedural vacant, it is incumbent upon the city member to elect a speaker to preside. However, that the deputy speaker has expressed his intention or decided to procrastinate because there is a consistent day getting into the company. He said he's not contesting, therefore, he declared the position vacant. That vacancy must be occupied by the Constitution. So it is based upon that constitutionality clause that we took the action. Distinguished member of the full estate, I can tell you that having carried out our judicial responsibility, the issue of Buhaha and the capital building is over.
Your colleague just referred to the election as a jungle justice election, sir.
Will you now proceed the new chamber?
How will you refer to our decision?
That's what Honorable Boswa said. It's a matter of due process for us, sir.
When will you have your next session, sir?
Where will you have your next session?
In the new chamber or the joint chamber?
Instead of fear, are you afraid? Are you afraid? Are you afraid of going to the meeting? So you listen to Representative Samuel Koga.
Was held on today and Honorable Richard
All right, Aaron, thank you very much for that brief coverage a few minutes ago. Thank you for getting the voices of some of the lawmakers who made the decisions here today. So, folks, we would like to wrap it up. It has been a long day. We were here since morning. Lots of happenings here up Capitol Hill. My colleague Aizon, let's just wrap this up. Now, the House of Representatives now have a new speaker, and that person is Honorable Richard Nambukun of Montserrat District number 11. Grand Creek County District 2 lawmaker Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Koffa is no more the Speaker of the House of Representatives as per the standing orders of the House of Representatives. Aizon?
Well, it's been a hectic day.
Yeah, long
and it's been a long running since the start of this saga here up Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
But then this is what we signed up for, and we are here to bring you live coverage and happenings across the country so that you know exactly what is happening as state broadcasters. So I want to say thank you and thanks to our Director General, Eugene Labi Fatima, who has been so concerned about the proceeding up here on Capitol Hill and other places across the country. And also to our Deputy Director General for New Leader and Rebranding, Honorable G. Flo Flombo, and also to all the Deputies Director General, the Technical Service, Honorable Buffett Law. I want to say thank you, Aaron Talu, Yasa Suba, Anthony Willows, Ayesu Biba, with Relier, bringing you jointly a live coverage on happiness at the House of Representatives. At the moment, Anthony will take it from here.
Before we leave you, we have gotten information. The House Speaker, former House Speaker, so to say, Councillor Koffa, has made a statement on social media, one that we cannot independently verify, but according to what we saw, all he said was nothing has happened. Folks, thanks for watching, thanks for following us. We might be here next week to bring you more coverage on the impasse here up Capitol Hill. My name is Anthony Williams. Bye-bye for now.
It's a disgrace to the country. That is God. It's a disgrace.